if they have basically deleted their team, right, and start to slow down and pull back, that's a massive hit on the expansion of this fast charging industry. Now,
Yep.
I'm sure we'll get into this, but there's a lot of other companies looking to, such as yours, looking to step in, right?
But where do you sit on the debate between if they even meet the requirements when it comes to voltages, right? Because there are definitely two different camps, and I don't know enough to really know how I feel about it. I understand how both read it the way they do, that it's supposed to support voltages between X and Y. And it now some people say that when they say it should support between X and Y, that it means it should that entire range between X and Y, which clearly Tesla doesn't do.
Doesn't do.
Versus it must fall somewhere within the range of X and Y, but to future proof, and if for the Cybertruck itself, Lucid, the Kia vehicles, they can't charge it the way they're supposed to, because none of the Tesla stations will currently do that. And when you talk about future proofing, the Ford stuff is all supposed to be that 800 volts. But where do you stand on that when you read Nevi and you work with Nevi? Where do you fall?
We're seeing the states interpret that updated clarification differently, Chris. Like so it's not clear. Does it mean it has to support everything in between it, or can it just support one voltage level in there? So the short answer is on that part, like FHW and they think it's clear, but none of the rest of us think it's clear. So it's unclear. And so at one level, Tesla would not meet that, right? Because clearly they can only support it at the 500 volts level. And then on the what's the second part, the amperage, right? Oh yeah. And so like when you take the 800 volt cars, like the Kias and the Hyundais and the Genesis and stuff like that, and try to charge it a supercharger, it ends up that they may only charge it like 100 kW, right? Which means they do not meet the 150 kW requirement of the Nevi program. So I've also reached out for this and no, we think you're wrong, right? But it's like, well, no, it doesn't. You can't charge these cars with a supercharger at 150, right? So they're clearly, what people have told me is, dare I say it, because I know the people there, but that they don't know what they're talking about,